Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday. Let me see. Let me get myself together here for you this morning. Make sure everything's working. I think it is. All right. How are you today? Happy Tuesday. I hope we all survived Monday. Now, I don't know what my critters are doing in there, but they seem to be having a grand old time running around in the living room. So, hope you're doing well today. I hope you enjoyed the weather yesterday if you're here in Florida until later in the afternoon when it started storming. Yesterday was my mom's birthday, so I brought her over for a little while and we made burgers on the grill and just hung out and watched TV and whatnot. So that was my yesterday. I did do some training, talked with and met with a couple of clients yesterday as well. So it was a productive day. I don't know if you remember, some of you that have watched several of these, I said back in the beginning of the year, I really wanted to make more, I wanted to be more productive and less busy, because I was always running around busy, just running from meeting to meeting to meeting. One of the first things I did was hire an assistant. She's helped me get my calendar organized and helps me stay organized so that I'm not just running. Part of real estate is you're always connecting with people. You're always out there trying to be helpful, trying to be plugged into what's going on in your local market. And, before you know it, you can have your calendar full of non-revenue generating things. So I've really worked on getting rid of a lot of the things that are non-revenue generating. I still have some of those because you're always going to have some of those, but I'm spacing those out so I don't have a week full of things that didn't contribute to me growing my business or my client base. So that makes me happy. It's taken me a minute to get used to it because I'm so used to being busy that now that I'm really focused on revenue generating and client building activities, I'm still working an 8, if not 10-hour day. Real estate's my full-time gig, and I don't just goof off. I work. I sit at my desk most days. Today I'm going down to the office. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to speed myself up because I'm a little late getting started today because I had to take Eugene back to the airport and then I had to take care of the dogs. My little one has been stubborn lately and likes to hide under the bed when it's time to go outside, especially if it's been raining. So I had to trick her into coming out from under the bed. So it took me a little longer this morning. But anyway, so I hope you're well. If you need me, you know how to find me. I wanted to go back real quick. I was going to talk about some other things today, but I'm going to try and stay on track. Again, more productive, less busy. And let's revisit something I said several episodes ago. When we talk about the Florida contract and time is of the essence. So something it says in the Florida contract, and this is we call it the FARBAR. So it's the Florida Association of Realtors and Board of, we'll just strike that. Act like I didn't try to tell you what it stands for. It's basically the Florida Realtors and the attorneys got together and wrote this one. There are several here in Florida. I tend to use the FARBAR most. If not the FARBAR, then we use the as is. But on this one in particular, I want to go back and revisit time is of the essence. If you remember, I said several episodes ago that time is of the essence. That means if you've got 3 days to deposit your earnest money deposit, then you need to make sure you do it within those 3 days. However, there's always a caveat in there somewhere. So let me tell you what the contract says. Time is of the essence is based on calendar days if you are using this contract. Yes, we do in Florida have a contract that's based on business days. I've never seen anybody use it. I'm sure somebody out there uses it. I personally don't use it because most people use the one that's based on calendar days. So if you use something you use often, then you'll know the rules to it, so you won't get caught off guard. But this one is written in calendar days. So all of your deadlines are calendar days. However, it says when you have a time is of the essence contract and let's see, any time periods provided for the date specified in the contract, whether pre-printed, handwritten, typewritten, or inserted herein, which shall end or occur on a Saturday, Sunday, national legal public holiday, or a day on which a national legal public holiday is observed because it fell on a Saturday or Sunday, shall be extended to the next calendar day, which is not a Saturday, Sunday, national legal public holiday, or a day on which a national legal public holiday is observed. How about that? So what that means, boys and girls, is, let's say, and this is hypothetical because it rarely happens this way, but let's just say Friday is a national public holiday and your time period ends on that Friday. Well, that means it automatically rolls over to Monday. But let's say that Monday is a national holiday as well. Let's say we're in England now. No, just kidding, because this is Florida. I don't want to confuse people. Just joking, but I don't want to confuse you. So then it would extend till the Tuesday. So that's not a common thing, but I do write contracts often, and when I'm calculating, I see that it ends on a Saturday. What I do, because honestly, y'all, a lot of people don't pay attention to this, unfortunately, sometimes it's a blessing and a curse reading these contracts and knowing what they say, because a lot of agents don't. And I'm not trying to diss anybody or say anybody's not doing their job. Unfortunately, it's a common thing. I have clients that don't even read them, and they're legally bound by them. So what I usually do, if I count my days, 15 days, it ends on a Saturday, then what I try and do is just make it end on the Monday. And then if an agent comes back and says, well, 15 days is Saturday, I'm like, yes, of course it is. But if you read the contract does state if it ends on a Saturday, Sunday, or national holiday, or otherwise observed national holiday, then it will go to the next calendar day that is not a Saturday, Sunday, or national holiday. Some people don't like it when I say that. And I'm really not a smart ass, y'all. Oh, sorry, I said a dirty word. It's not a dirty word. Ass is in the Bible. That's what my grandma always said. Anyway, I'm really not a smart ass, but I do know these contracts. And my job is to look out for the best interest of my side of the contract. So most agents will be like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's not a problem. I'll explain it to my client. But every now and again, you get one that goes, no, it ends on a Saturday. It should end on a Saturday. So I tend to, if it says it ends on a Saturday, even though this contract says this, I don't want to argue with anybody. I try to make sure we have everything done by the Thursday or Friday. I just try to do that anyway. That's just good practice in my opinion. If you're negotiating, I would rather our negotiations be signed, sealed, and delivered before the date, whether it's a Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. Yeah, I just suddenly thought of the theme for Happy Days. Isn't that funny? Haven't seen that in years. All right, so that is my little spiel for you today. I kind of wish I could sign this thing on where we could talk. I know that I can invite people to join live if I do it on Facebook, but now I'm doing this outside of Facebook and I'm streaming it to everywhere. So, I might set up a time and I can do the same thing through Zoom, or we could do a little Q&A, because sometimes you might have questions that I don't cover. Maybe you have questions that I don't really know, so it'll help me learn something new. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this little spiel. I am going to head, well, not right now, but I have to be at the office a little bit later. It's our Tuesday sales training. We do it every Tuesday, and it's really great. It's one of the things I love about being at my brokerage, because they always make sure we have access to information, which is priceless in my opinion, because, it's so easy for us to get busy and not read something or watch an online class or whatever. So all we have to do is show up at the office every Tuesday and we get a nugget of knowledge. So that's really important. I always tell people when you're interviewing agents, just ask them, what continuing education do you do? And if their answer is, well, every year I have to do blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, we all have to do that if you have a license. What do you do in between that time? Do you stay updated on the current market trends? Do you stay updated on any changes that are going on in the market or in the contractual world? It's just a good thing to ask. Or you don't even have to ask them. You can call me and say, hey, Wayne, I live in Des Moines, Iowa, and I need a realtor. Can you help me? And my answer will be, yes, I can help you. I have a network that is all over the United States and actually the entire country. I was going to show you. I told you about this the other day. We've got our new Whatchamaducci, our listing guide. So this is what it looks like. And we are, I can't see behind this thing. There you go. We're local, we're global. So we are connected to the leading real estate companies of the world. Little shameless plug here. We've got over 550 companies across the globe that we are connected to. That is about 138,000 additional sales associates. Now, if you list a fancy pants property, that gets pushed out to all those people. But all those people also have access to all of our properties. So we're able to help you wherever you are. Which reminds me, I want to buy a property in another country. So if any of you watching have ever done that, I'd love to learn a little bit more about it. I really want to get I'm off the rails today. I'm just all over the place and I haven't even had a whole cup of coffee yet. It's going to be a fun day. Watch out if you see me. But no, I want to buy an investment property that when I'm 80, 70, I can retire to. Or at least visit for a few months out of the year and take a break. I'm really thinking I like Portugal because I've been there before, but I have friends in Spain. So I want to go somewhere where you can get fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. You can walk around the town square. One of the things that took me forever to get used to when I lived in England, but I now miss, is we had those, what we call a college refrigerator, a dorm refrigerator. And I shopped every day. So I'd get off the train, walk through the city center or the town center where I lived, and you'd go along the market. So I would pick up fresh fruit and veg, flowers if I wanted, grab some meat or whatever, because we didn't have deep freezers and things like that. I'm sure some people do over there now, but we didn't. I just had a small one in my flat. And that was really nice because, how many of you go to the grocery and buy $400 worth of stuff and then in 2 weeks you're like, oh crap, I forgot to eat that, or I didn't have time to cook that, and you're throwing it all away. So it really is a nice way to live, and it prevented me from overeating. Now I was still a little chunky cheeks over there, but that's because I like bread. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now because I am just rambling. I'm all over the place. So I hope you enjoyed today's session? Whatever. We'll call it whatever we want to call it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to finish up this coffee because clearly I need more caffeine. And I will see you tomorrow. So I hope you have a good day. If you need me, call me. You know how to find me. And always remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, right.